Hello and welcome back to another Total War Warhammer replay. Today we are playing Beastmen vs Empire. No cinematic shots today. It's just going to be a nice, generic commentary over some gameplay. So, we have got Morgo the Shadowgave here. He has that regen ability, which is always very nice, and he has magic resistance, which is also very, very nice. So he isn't going to be sniped. He's not. Any spirit leeches that decide to come out by the Empire is not going to snipe up my lord. Of course, he's got the Chaos Summon or the Chaos Spawn. Summon that's really, really nice because basically you can get 2 Chaos Spawn when one unit dies, and then you can also choose to summon one. I have got a Gorebull here. This was a very sort of niche pick. I don't usually bring a Gorebull, but I want to try this out because I usually bring the Koroks Man Rippers, the Halberd units to sort of protect my lord, but I decided to bring a Gorebull instead and see how that fares out better. We do have a Brave Shaman of Beasts, always a must pick in my opinion because they're just so damn good. Stick them on a chariot, they are basically like their own little chariot unit. They can just get the thing is I prefer taking a Brave Shaman on a chariot than taking a chariot unit simply because they have more HP. He isn't going to be 3 chariots ain't going to be tied down, are going to be tied down compared to 1 chariot. But basically we've got Flock of Doom and the Summon of the Manticore, which is always very nice to get into the back line. And the front line here we have got a very big mix of Gore Herds and Spearmen. Not very, very light. I haven't taken any best of Gore Herds or anything like that. Very, very light chaff front line. It's going to be very easy to kill. Barely any shields. On the side here, just a very elite unit. We have got the Butchers of Kalengard. Always unit. These guys are just absolutely beautiful. They've got regen as well, which is also very good. Of course, and basically, unless my opponent brings a Bright Wizard, which he hasn't, the regen is going to be real nice for these guys. But yeah, they are a very strong unit, can go toe-to-toe with most units in the game. And lastly, we've got some Centicles for throwing axes. We do have one unit in Vanguard over here. I think it's the Blackhorns Ravengers. But that's for my opponent. He's got Spearmen and Swordsmen in the front line. I believe he has Sigmar's Sons around here somewhere. Yeah, he does have the Sigmar's Sons in here, the Unbreakable unit. He has 4 Pistoliers, trying, fucking hell, can't wait to face off against all these Pistoliers. But yeah, they're very good at taking out all the, they'll be very good at taking out a lot of these Beastmen units that aren't armoured very much. Has 1 Flagellant as well on the side here. But as my opponent's lord, he does have Karl Franz, so this is why, I want to take the Shadowgave over here, because basically Shadowgave can actually sort of tank. Well, the thing is, even if Karl Franz gets a quick snipe on him, he can regen that, which is very, very nice. My opponent also, very interesting pick, has an Amethyst Wizard, which luckily is going to be really good for me, because if I had taken any other Beastmen Lord than Shadowgave, then, that's Spirit Leech and Fate of Beauty. Oh, no, it's not Fate of Beauty. He's got Doom and Darkness, which is to lower my leadership, but Spirit Leech would have been very, very good against the Shadowgave if he didn't have that regen, but he does. And then lastly, he's got 2 Demigryph Knights here with the Halberds. Surprisingly, he doesn't have the Royal Order of Griffites. In my opinion, they are a must pick for the Empire against Beastmen, simply because they cause terror and fear. So basically, you can rout off a lot of those low leadership units. You've got some Empire Knights as well. But anyway, let's get right into this gameplay. So basically, we went for the biggest rush ever. Basically, I wasn't going to sit around. I wanted to get all my units in. As you can see, the Gorebull's even getting in there, trying to see if he can get on those Pistoliers, but does get caught up with some Spearmen. I do believe I take him out of there very, very soon. On the flank here, we are just looking for an opportunity to get in. But basically, these Pistoliers are starting to shoot into my Gorebull. Karl Franz does charge in and get a nice amount of damage. He gets Foeseeker and Deadly Onslaught on. We're doing a lot of nice damage to to my Gorebull very, very early on. I do use a Flock of Doom here, though, because there was a big blob here, and I decided to use a Flock of Doom. But the Gorebull goes back in and gets some nice hits on Karl Franz. Look at that, Deadly Onslaught. Karl Franz is taking serious amounts of damage so early on, almost down to half HP. That's why I took a Gorebull, because Gorebulls now, with that increase to their mass, are actually a really decent unit. A Spirit Leech does go down the Gorebull, which is a wise move by my opponent, simply because, of course, he's got nothing better to use it on. Butchers of Kalengard here are tying up the Amethyst Wizards, which is very good. And we've got some Chaos Warhounds in the back line, but my opponent does react with the Empire Hounds, so I do pull them out. Not Empire Hounds, Empire Knights, so I do pull them out very backly. We do get a Manticore Summon coming out, and my Brave Shaman is just sort of charging around, trying to kill out these Flagellants, and we've got some Spearmen fighting against Spearmen over here. But basically, I set the Manticore on Karl Franz because I wanted to pressure my opponent here, sort of make him forced to micromanage my to micromanage Karl Franz a little bit here. But my Manticore does, sort of rampage here. But luckily, he is still attacking Karl Franz, which is what I wanted. As you can see, it drawed off the Demigryph Knights here. But the Demigryph Knights are about to charge the Butchers of Kalengard, which is definitely not very good. So I wanted the Gorebull nearby to, of course, help out with that. And basically, it's not going too bad. We've got, the Shadow Gave fighting in this pit here, of course, just helping out the Spearman units and fighting these Gorebull Knights. We have got the Blackhorns Ravagers finally coming in. They do have shields as well, so they're actually going to be okay at charging towards the Pistoliers, and we do have the Centaurs with throwing their axes onto some nearby Pistoliers, which is very, very good as well. Karl Franz, though, does charge my Brave Shaman and does completely rout it off here, which is really unfortunate. But we do have the Poison Warhounds and all this bonus versus large fighting these Demigryph Knights. But, as you can see, it's a bit risky. Balance power is very even right now. My Brave Shaman is routing off. My opponent should have recharged him and got him off the field, but we do have some units rallying over here. And basically, Karl Franz is lurking with these Demigryph Knights. He's looking for an opportunity right now to sort of maybe snipe a Lord. My Gorebull does start to rout off as well, which is very good. But the Butcher's Cannon Guard are here. They are very good units, and we do charge them into some Demigryph Knights here to try and get some nice easy damage on them. They have got shields as well, so Pistoliers aren't going to do too much damage to them. The Amethyst Wizard is coming back in as well, which is kind of, worrying, because now, you can pop more Spirit Leeches off on any of these units, and Spirit Leeches is really good on, even like Witches of Kalengard. Even though with that regen, they can do a lot. I do summon my first Chaos Spawn here, and the second one does get summoned at the same time, which is kind of unfortunate. I wasn't expecting both of them to come out at the same time, but actually it's not too bad, because they're fighting Empire Knights, Demigryph Knights, and the Amethyst Wizards here, so we've got a lot of nice juicy things in here that are being targeted. My opponent's Pistoliers are sort of like, being maybe not poorly micromanaged, but are a bit blobbed up right now. Maybe I think they would have been better if they were a little bit split. The second Manticore summon does happen here. My Brave Shaman does come back into the fray, which is very, very nice. But I do believe I still have to send this second Manticore on Karl Franz again, because I wanted to pressure Karl Franz. Some Ungol Spearman herd here is getting tied down by Pistoliers and Karl Franz, which is going to immediately rout them because of that fear and terror. But as I say, we have got that Chaos Spawn summon. That's why the balance of power right now is quite in my favour. We are very even on numbers here, but that probably will favour the Beastmen. Another Spirit Leech is going down here. I believe this is used on the Chaos Spawn. Used on the Chaos Spawn, which is very bad. Maybe he was trying to use it on the Gorebull and accidentally made a mistake. But we see Karl Franz charges in very ballsily here. Does pop Stand Your Ground, and basically I send everything in now on Karl Franz. I send the Manticore in, the Chaos Spawn, the Brave Shaman, my Lord. And basically, we are trying to kill Karl Franz here now. We haven't got the Centaurs with throwing axes throwing on him. Karl Franz does luckily just squeeze out of there. He does get caught by some Gore Herd though, which is good for me. And we also send the Centaurs in because I was trying to tie him down best I can here, because I really, really wanted him to basically not, I wanted to try and kill him here. We do rout off the Amethyst Wizard and the Spearman here, and Karl Franz is in a bit of a bad situation here. He's still fighting a Manticore, trying to squeeze out of there for what little health he has, and does manage just to get out. But as I say, my opponent doesn't really have much left. He's still got the Amethyst Wizard. He has got the Sigmar Sons in here, fighting to the end, for Sigmar, but unfortunately they aren't going to really be able to tie down much here. Pistoliers are still online, but we are catching them with some Spearmen here, just about, but my opponent does react very quickly there, or maybe he's got them on Skirmish mode. And now, basically, it's a last-ditch effort for my opponent. He's just trying to rout off what little units he can here. I should be able to use those Chaos Warhounds with Poison to, keep Karl Franz on the floor, but basically, I'm feeling good here. We have routed off the Amethyst Wizard. And basically at this point, my opponent doesn't really have much left. I mean, all he's got is maybe Karl Franz, and maybe if he got a sniper, my Lord, he might be able to do something. But as I say, most of his units are spread out, and this is the problem for Empire versus Beastmen. Empire can't really afford to chase off a lot of the Beastmen's units unless they go wide. Then again, my opponent did go quite wide here, but we're trying to throw our throwing axes on Karl Franz once again. And basically, I was thinking here, my opponent better not be cheesy and try to run away with his Pistoliers, but luckily he doesn't, and we do sort of start routing off a lot of these units with the fear and terror of the Butchers of Kalengard. Just going to speed this up a little bit here, because basically it is a bit of a sort of just pit fight. Karl Franz does charge in and basically just don't rout, but very well played to my opponent. I actually quite like the Gorebull. I might bring the Gorebull off soon. Very quick gameplay for today, though. I have got some more videos planned, though, for the future, so do stick around. I know this is quite a generic video, but I have got some better ones coming around. You have to let me know which ones you prefer, though, because I wasn't sure if people prefer the cinematic ones or the ones like this, where it's just a bit more commentary. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.